Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Kosi. Just before the video starts, I just want to give out a spoiler warning because we're going to be talking about the Demon Slayer and Mortal Kombat movies for a decent amount of this episode. So, just wanted to tell you that. All right, peace. What's up, y'all? Welcome to episode 21. Yeah, 21. 21? I say exactly like them too. 21 of Lazy. Oh no, it's gone.
Yeah, it's in the trailer.
Yeah, we got a Snowball trailer now. Wasn't that a great segue?
Huh?
Wasn't that a good segue?
Yes.
But yeah, welcome to episode 21, Lazy and Kosi. I don't know why I'm burning up in here right now. I think it's just because I'm wearing the black shirt.
It was all those games of Tekken we played.
This man destroyed me.
The 60s, almost 70 games of Tekken we played.
Crazy how fast those games go.
Well, that time we was doing 2 rounds. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. But what do we like to talk about? The Demon Slayer movie. Ever since that's like the big buzz right now.
That and the MK movie being more terrible than what we both feel like people are leading it on to be.
Yeah. So let's do our MK review first. We'll spoilers. I'll probably say we'll do spoilers in the beginning of the episode. I'll make like a little video for it. But the MK movie is not a good movie. I will admit that. It's not good. But people did exaggerate like how bad it was.
Yeah. I hadn't seen garbage, terrible.
Especially for me.
But I don't know. I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah. See, no, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting at. I enjoyed it, but just because I enjoyed it doesn't mean that's not a bad movie. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's like it's a cheesy action flick.
Yeah, which I don't know. I don't personally want to call it bad, but it definitely wasn't. It wasn't above average, for sure.
I put it as mediocre.
Yeah.
It's mediocre. And it's funny because my brother was like, mediocre is worse than average. I was like, no, mediocre literally means average.
Yeah.
I had to tell him that. I was like, yeah, it was a mediocre action movie. Hopefully they do a little bit better. And because apparently they're signed on to do 4 more sequels. I was like, 5? That's interesting because normally they either ended with 3 or they might do like 2 trilogies.
I'll put it like this. It was McDonald's for me. I don't think McDonald's is great.
But if it's there and you're hungry, you're like, I got some money to spend.
Yeah, if I'm traveling and it's there and I really don't have no other options, it'll get me through.
Yeah, man. But like I said, when people, is your nose okay?
I don't know. I have these itching fits. My nose keep itching. So
it's a cocaine. Yeah. It's okay. That's how you keep so lean, right? With me, just like the overall like review of the movie, just like a quick review of the movie. The pros of it were definitely the fight scenes. The fight scenes were really good. Jax and Kano were great.
Kano for sure.
Kano and Sub-Zero were great.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Jax actually because people are like, man, they did this man dirty. That's what happened in the
I know, right?
In the actual video game. Sub-Zero didn't take his arms, but it was I forget. He went to Outworld and I think he fought somebody and like they fucked him up bad and basically took his and like destroyed his arms and cut his arms off. And yeah, he was like that. Like they used his weak arms as a character arc. Because it was supposed to be his arms were supposed to symbolize that he feels like he's useless. But once he like mans up and he believes in himself, his arcana, which is another thing about the movie, his arcana lets him get his now iconic, his iconic arms.
Hey, Arcana, it makes me think of Lafayette.
Arcana. But I can see why people complain about the arcana. It was kind of like sloppily done. Like it was like some corny anime shit. Like let's be real.
I mean,
but I appreciated that they tried to explain how they got the powers.
Yeah, I think that's why we think it's just mediocre, because we all know they have a decent story to work with. It's just it's like they either didn't have enough budget or they didn't have enough time.
Yeah, because that movie's kind of short. That movie's not even like 2 hours. It's like barely like an hour and 30. Right? I think it's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Because there's definitely scenes that you like, okay, they probably shot this scene once or twice and moved the fuck on.
Which is crazy because like the CGI is probably the best thing about the movie. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, the CG is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
There's definitely good elements of it, and the CG is one of it. There's a couple fight scenes that's a little cheesy, or sections in the fight scenes that are a little cheesy, but ultimately the fight scenes are pretty good, especially the Scorpion Cole.
Yeah, the Scorpion Cole Sub-Zero fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, especially with the CGI and the ice effects they did.
Yeah, if they could do that, but get a better director, because I hate to say it, the pacing on that movie was terrible.
Yeah,
that's probably the worst thing. It'd be the acting and the pacing were the two worst things about that movie. I feel like if they got a better director, maybe if the actors took some acting lessons, because I don't want to be mean to them. They're obviously like martial artists, but there are martial artists who can definitely act their asses off. Like Jackie Chan's a good actor. You know, Bruce Lee was a damn good actor. Well, I'm not gonna say damn good, but he was a good actor.
Yeah.
It's
almost like they really pulls people that haven't had any experience in it, and then they rush the film to be done. Which
I don't feel like it was rushed though, because like they had announced it like 2 years like before
it just feels rushed. Like with the pacing, it felt like it was rushed. Because if you wasn't a true fan of like the series, like they just threw characters at you. You like didn't tell you who the fuck they was.
Like Natara? Like,
yeah, Natara, Raiko. Nobody knows. I don't feel like nobody that's like doesn't really play the games know who the fuck Raiko is.
Yo, definitely not Natara.
Yeah, for sure.
Natara was Eliza before Eliza.
And then even with Natara, I was like, oh, that's cool. They put her in the movie. That's dope. And then she got killed off like immediately. I was like, well, not immediately, but pretty fast in the movie. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, but I still talk about it now. Man, that lady who played Melina was fine as hell, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had that dump truck on her, bro. When I saw, I was like, God damn, lady.
And they even killed her off like real fast too. I was like, okay.
You know what's funny is that she had more plot importance than she did in MK Armageddon.
Probably. but it makes me like, okay, what are they going from this next? Because Melina's a pretty important to the plot of the older storyline.
Yeah.
So how are they taking this direction into this new thing? Which is reason why other people I've seen other people be mad at the movie and say it's terrible because it didn't follow the original storyline to a T.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem, is that people expected it to be like that. I knew as soon as they showed Cole Young, which I agree, he's not a great character. No. Yeah, I think as soon as they showed Cole Young, I was like, they're going in a different direction with this. Because even when I saw him like the first time, I was like,
when they showed the trailer though, that's why I'm like, I don't understand why are y'all disappointed? Because in the trailer they showed you that there was a new character coming. If you put 2 and 2 together, that should tell you they're changing the story up a little bit.
Yeah.
If you follow the comics, or I can't say the comics, I haven't sat there and read the comics, I collected them, but like I've had somebody mad that they introduced Cole as a new character. I'm like, if you play the games, they are constantly introducing new characters.
Yeah, what about Shujinko? I don't remember people crying about him.
Oh,
and he fucking sucked. Shujinko was the worst. I thought that motherfucker sucked.
Here, some people with they didn't follow the original storyline and they added this new character, but I'm like, if you are a true fan of the series, I feel like you should expect them to add new characters to the movie, because they've been adding tons of new characters to the game. Every game they introduce new characters. And then
I think people just wanted to be upset.
Yeah, and then like they've been moving away from the original storyline since they went from being Midway Games
To NetherRealms.
Yeah, to NetherRealm Studios.
So literally like 10 years.
Yeah, so they wrote themselves into a hole because they killed off Liu Kang in one of the PlayStation 2 era games.
Deadly Alliance.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he wasn't in that game.
and then turned him into a zombie. They was like, ugh,
Yeah.
we are really fucking this up. They went out of business, got bought back, then they rebooted that storyline for the game. So yes, they're still owned by Warner Brothers. Of course, they're gonna reboot the damn franchise in the movie scene too.
Yeah.
It's like, what were your expectations and why were they so different?
And it's funny too because these would be the same people who would probably they probably eat up the Marvel movies, and they don't know how different the Marvel movies are from the comics. Like Thanos wasn't like this deep character.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it was just an asshole. Like I think in the original Infinity Crisis, dude was just douchebag. And like he was literally just trying to flex because he wanted to get some of Lady Death's coochie. He's wanted Lady Death.
And I accepted that because when they first started making the Marvel movies and other Avenger movies, I was like, why no Spider-Man? Because they couldn't make Spider-Man because Sony had the rights to Spider-Man.
Well, that and also it depends on what era of the Avengers it is because most of the time he's not a part of the Avengers. Like, Spider-Man's like his own thing.
But still, it's kind of like that. Well, if you follow MK timeline, now there's different timelines and universes where endless possibilities happen in the tournament and stuff. So it's like,
I mean, shit. I mean, MK11 basically rebooted it again.
yeah. So it's like, I, if you can accept the Marvel movies doing a different universe,
And,
I feel like
MK and MK doing a different universe, literally,
yeah,
3 times.
yeah. So it's like, I don't know what you wanted, bro. They trying to revise this. Granted, they did kind of poor job in certain areas of the movie, but I feel like they at least gave themselves a good starting point.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah, you basically said what I wanted to say. It's just like you guys are taking this way too seriously. Like I said, when I saw people saying that Annihilation was worse, I mean Annihilation was better, I was like, y'all lying to yourselves, bro. Y'all, this is exactly what I mean by like you can't be taking what nerds say seriously in terms of like very fanatical people. You can't take what they say seriously in terms of like pop culture stuff.
And I'm very fanatical because
yeah, but you're level headed though.
I understand that. But if anybody should be pissed off, it should be me, the one that buys the collectibles, the ugly ass fight pad. I buy the collectible video games. I bought some of the comics. I have pops. And I feel like most of the people that's over here complaining don't have any of that shit. They probably haven't played any of the games.
Oh, they have, and they just play it casually, which is cool.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
No, definitely not. But it's like, okay, you're not even really thoroughly invested because you are upset about things that's been changing for.
I think people just want to be a part of the hate mob.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to the next movie because I want to know how they. I'm interested to see how they take the story.
I think they might improve it.
Oh, yeah, I feel like it too. I'm like, okay, they kind of sloppily put this first one out, but I'm hoping they're gonna take critiques.
I think what I liked about it too was the tournament didn't take place.
Yeah,
like they're definitely building up to actually like tell a full story.
Which is the other reason why I'm like, I don't understand why y'all are mad that it didn't follow the original storyline when this movie very much feels like a prequel to the to the original storyline.
Yeah, that's what I feel like also. Dude, it's just funny because
most people
like the tournament didn't even happen. Yeah, because it's doing its own thing. Like
yeah, it feels like people watched for 20 minutes and decided they hated it and turned it off.
That could have been it. Like I said, and a lot of people who are shitting on it, a lot of the like people like the older fans,
our age and older.
Yeah, people like our age and older. It's like yeah, because I mean, if there's anything worse than a nerd, is an old nerd. Just keeping it real. If there's anything worse than a nerd, is
Old head nerds.
Yeah, the old head nerd is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
They'll.
This is not like when I was growing up. You're ruining my childhood.
Just
Those
like
people.
just like the people complaining about Teen Titans Go because it's not like Teen Titans. Motherfucker, back in the day, niggas were complaining about Teen Titans because it looked like anime. It didn't look like American anime. Well, its art style was blatantly inspired by Japanese animation.
Yeah, I was one of those people that complained too, but at a certain point, you have to realize that, like, one,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's not your property, and like, they're trying to freshen it up.
Yeah,
and if, like, us going back to the true fan thing, they had already written themselves into a wall, so why would they redo the whole thing again when you've written yourself into a wall? It's like, oh, that was stupid.
You know what? People don't like change. That's at the end of the day. I've told you this multiple times. Humans are a creature of habit. We like things a certain way, and when it gets changed up, we don't like it because it's different. It's new. It scares us.
Well, it would have scared me if they would have continued making the same storyline, and then we would have went to killing Liu Kang again and him turn into a fucking zombie.
I still love
more scary.
I still love no matter where it is. Kung Lao always dies. Kung Lao's always gotta die. They stay fucking over Kung Lao. Kung Lao's like one of the GOAT characters.
I know he's I would say one of the cooler characters in the game too. I trade Kung Lao for Liu Kang any day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I hate the Ryu of this game.
He has a red headband and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I like how he got his red headbands from Kung Lao's hat. Yeah. I thought that was kind of cool the way they gave him his headband.
Kung Lao had the coolest fatality in the game, the movie too.
He had the only true fatality. Cole had that thing with people complain about that fight too. You know how he died in the first Mortal Kombat movie, Goro? He got punched in the nuts and he fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
It was like, somebody said he got punched in the nuts and fell off a cliff. Somebody said, no, he just fell off the cliff. I'm like, bro, why are you people so delusional?
I'm about to say, you can't have a Johnny Cage anything without him do his nut punch.
Exactly.
I watched the Scorpion Revenge movie before you came over today.
He did the nut punch.
He did the nut punch. Granted, he got kicked in the nuts a couple times by Sonya, but
but no. See this is the thing though, is that somebody was like, no, he just fell off the side of the cliff. No, he got punched in the nuts and fell off the side of the cliff. Stop trying to change history because you're mad you don't like the new movie.
Yeah, don't change history. Let Warner Bros. Do it for you because they own the property.
let it be. Let it be.
And if you want to change the movie, become a director, and then. Maybe.
Make your own, and then watch it.
Make your own rendition.
Watch it actually be worse.
Some super fans actually do a really, really good job, but I don't know. I don't think I would want, as much of a fan I am. I don't think I want to take on the ropes. I mean, the saddle of trying to make a perfect MK movie. I just want to be a fan of the series and
please
critique.
Yeah, please no more.
But yeah, my opinion, better than the original series in more areas than most.
I think the first one was better directed, which is fine.
Yeah,
because it's Paul W.S. Anderson and he's kind of known for kind of sucking. So.
That's why I said, and I feel like it's predominantly better, but there was definitely things that the first movie did better than the remake.
Yeah. I think the cast was a little bit better too.
For the original?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Raiden, we can get rid of this new Raiden. I don't care much for him.
Yeah, they should have got somebody with I understand that Raiden's always supposed to be stoic, but like that dude had like no personality.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, hello, I'm Raiden.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just like a dick.
Yeah. And Raiden's not an asshole.
No, he's
Raiden's
not.
known for being a kind of a nice person, a nice being.
Mm-hmm. Like he Raiden
I'm kind of edgelord Raiden.
I'm about to say Raiden is kind of an asshole, but like I don't know. The original Raiden, also had kind of like a sense of humor, and he was likable.
Yeah, the dude who played him in the first movie, Christopher Lambert, I think is his name.
Mm.
Yeah, dude's fucking great. He was his Raiden. I gotta admit, his Raiden was great.
Yeah, that's why people were excited when they did the original skin Raiden for him. Like, yeah, people actually like that rating. He's a cool rating. This guy is like he too rigid and stiff.
Yeah, and then the dude who played him in Armageddon sucked. I like that Christopher Lambert, when he saw the script, he was like, I'm not doing Armageddon. Not Armageddon, I'm sorry, Annihilation. But I was happy to see that people on Twitter were actually like reposting parts of Armageddon, Annihilation.
So
yeah, and they were like, this is what y'all missed. This is Mortal Kombat y'all like.
Is this your king? I had another point. I don't know. Stop crying.
I mean, basically, stop crying. If you don't like it, that's cool. Yeah.
If you don't
I agree with it. I agree with you. I don't think it's a good movie. I won't probably watch it again because I saw it once and that's the only time I needed to see it.
Yeah, same. I mean, but if it was on, I wouldn't change the channel. Like if I didn't have, if I knew I didn't, like if we were on cable TV and I didn't there were much else on, I wouldn't change the channel.
I'd probably just go to sleep. Even if it's like the middle of the day. I'm like, oh, no more comments on.
I called it junk food when I first watched it.
I think that's a very fair assessment of that, junk food.
It's like it's not good for you, but it's kind of good.
I don't think you gain health problems from watching that movie.
you won't, but you know, it's
like you could be watching better movies.
Yeah, did the movie set the world on fire? Did it change anything? Did it bring world peace?
Sub-Zero got set on fire.
You did.
That looked like that hurt too.
Yeah, in a very iconic way.
Yeah.
Which that CGI was still banger on that too.
God, that fatality. Oh yeah, that was a fatality too. Yeah, that mass pull fatality was fucking nuts.
Yeah. So yeah, and
like I said, that CGI with the actors getting acting classes and a better director, the sequel could be fucking killer. Mm-hmm. The sequel could be ridiculous if they could keep good things about it, and then just
if they can get with like you said, if they can get with a good director and tighten up those loose ends, even with the story being changed, because that's really the only reason why people could complain, because they had so many loose ends. If that movie was just straight up solid, nobody been complaining about them changing the storyline.
Yeah, no, I agree. I even said if the main character was either Kung Lao or Johnny Cage, fanboys would have ate that shit up. They would have been like, "Oh, it's amazing, and be like, "Not really."
Or if Cole just wasn't trash.
Yeah,
that's a big.
I still say they didn't have to do Cole, and what they could have done is have Scorpion as kind of like his own like story thing, and like we see like progressions of him trying to find Sub-Zero.
Yeah,
and then switch Cole with Johnny Cage, and that would have made sense.
It basically could have did the animated Scorpion's Revenge as a live action.
Yeah, kind of like an A plot B plot within the movie.
Yeah, because I just finished like I said, I finished that movie. I liked it.
I don't think a lot of people hated it. To what I know about it, people are like, yeah, this is good.
Like a little bit of weird art style on like certain faces, but other than that, like it animated pretty well. His voice acted really well.
I'm surprised they'll do the typical WB animation thing where they get like the show that was like the most popular at the time, and like they just basically get that art director to do that, because that's what he did. You know, Bruce Timm was like doing all the art for damn near like the 90s and the early 2000s. You know, basically most of the art was just based off his art style. And then when Young Justice dropped, and Young Justice was like super, it was successful, but like, you know, it got canceled early because of corporate bullshit. A lot of the animated movies looked like Young Justice.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I ain't complaining. I mean, the way they be drawing the women in the grown women in Young Justice, I was about to say, I mean, I don't be looking at cartoon characters like that, but they be drawing them kind of nice. They be drawing all prettified.
I feel like the art direction was very Samurai Jack inspired.
The thing about Samurai Jack is Samurai Jack has no outlines on it, and that's what makes it so unique. Like, you don't notice it like when you're first watching it, like as a kid, or like maybe just casually watching it. But like when you really look at it, you're like, yeah, there's like no outlines on anything, yet it looks like so uniform.
Yeah, I guess I'm more or less talking about the character design, the more squared chins and shit.
Oh, gotcha.
The outlines of the, I guess, foreground and background and stuff. Just the character design a little bit reminds me of Samurai Jack.
Okay, yeah, I get you. So yeah, Mortal Kombat movie, bad. No, mediocre, but
hopeful for a good sequel.
yeah. So Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, it was good. Obviously it was way more competently made than than the MK movie.
They actually felt like they actually knew exactly what they wanted to do.
Well, yeah, because it's the same animation team that's been doing the anime since like a year or two. So I would hope so.
Yeah.
What I appreciated most about the Demon Slayer movie was the fact that they made that whole arc into just a movie, because that fits. Like, that's something crazy enough to be in a movie.
Yeah.
The only downside to it though is it didn't get as crazy as I thought it was going to. Like, it just felt like a 2-hour episode of Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, Demon Slayer, the anime, it's not bad. It's good. It's a fun watch. Would I say it's the best thing I've ever seen? No. I don't think a lot of people would.
It's like a 7 out of 10 anime.
Yeah, it's a 7 out of 10 anime. Honestly, the only reason why is because they got a good team to work on it. I think if they didn't have their animation team, Demon Slayer would have been forgotten about quick. I honestly think that people would have just been like, Demon Slayer, I don't know where.
That and the art style. If they didn't have that art style, I probably would care either.
Yeah, because when you look at the art style in the manga compared to the anime, like they took that person's art style. I forget if it's a man or a woman that created that series, but like they took the art style and just made it look so much better. Like it looks so much cleaner. I don't like the art style of
the manga.
Oh yeah, of the manga.
I haven't seen it.
It looks, I don't know. It doesn't look as professional.
Now I gotta look it up.
Like I said, in my personal opinion, I don't think it looks as good. Like, it's better than what I can fucking draw. I can definitely tell you that much. But I think another problem too is when the second demon came out of nowhere and it was like, oh hey, I'm here. Like the guy like with the red nails, he used like wind and like ice and shit. Yeah, like the second demon that killed like old boy with the fire powers. Like he just came out of like nowhere, and I was just like, I think I explain like why he came out.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was just kind of awkward. Hey, I'm here. It's like,
why are you here?
Yeah, like did they give like a kind of like a foreshadowing that he was gonna be there? Because maybe they did, and maybe I wasn't paying attention.
Remember, I know they were talking back to those bigger demons, but I don't remember them like foreshadowing him to lead him into showing up. I honestly just thought it was just all about the
dude
demon
on
the train. Yeah,
that was crazy though. That was some anime shit though. On the whole train now.
I can see what you're saying, that in comparison to the animation in the manga, it's
the art styles don't compare. It's like that show is gonna go down better than what people think it is. Because the plot is not that interesting. It really isn't. Like Tanjiro is a pretty generic character. I like Inosuke, but Inosuke still is the typical bonehead. And then you got fucking Zenitsu. God, that dude's the worst.
He's pretty annoying.
Yeah.
And usually things don't really bother me in any type of medium, but his character does bother me.
Nigga, shut up. Fuck.
And I don't know if he's as annoying in the Japanese or whichever.
He is.
Yeah.
He's equally annoying in both.
Yeah, whichever language it is. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm a dirty dub watcher.
It's Japanese.
Well, yeah, and then I don't know if he's as annoying in the Japanese version, but he's definitely mad annoying in the English.
Yeah, no, he's incredibly fucking annoying in the Japanese version too. When I was looking at some people were like, man, this is like one of the greatest animated movies I've ever seen. I was like, you haven't watched a lot of fucking animated movies. There's some great animated movies, especially from like, if we're talking about specifically like anime, like Japan, like Japanese like animated movies. That thing's not even top 100, bro. Like, the fact that people wanted it to be nominated for like an Oscar, I was like, bro, y'all
What did it do that drastically different?
yeah, I was like, bro, y'all doing too much. I think it did. I think it was nominated. I was like, bro, y'all want too fucking much. Like, it's not that good of a movie.
Y'all too stuck in the house.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. People are like, I think people are just happy to go see a movie. And Demon Slayer came out at the perfect time. Cases are going down, thank God. Cases are going down. Everybody's getting, a lot of people are getting vaccinated. So people were like, oh shit, Demon Slayer movie. And then it became the #1 foreign release in U.S. history. Think about that. Think about all the great fucking foreign movies we have gotten here since America has been like widely accepting foreign movies, which has been forever.
And that's including non-animated film too.
Yes, yeah, that's including non-animated films. All the great foreign releases that we have gotten over the years, and that's the #1. It's not serviceable because it is good. Yeah. A good anime movie that really doesn't try and do anything different from its TV counterpart. Because when you look at Dragon Ball Super's stuff, Dragon Ball Super the anime is shit. I'm just gonna be out there. If you like Dragon Ball Super, good for y'all. I'm not trying to knock y'all for liking it, but Dragon Ball Super, it looks like shit. The plot is like nowhere. You know, it's just basic Dragon Ball Z. People yelling. Yeah. They get a new. They dye their hair. You know what I mean? They get a new hair color. But the movies, I haven't watched a movie to completion, but the animation on the movies compared to the TV show is fucking day and night. And I think I understand why. It's because you got me going.
My bad.
No, you're good. But I understand why. It's because Dragon Ball Super is a much longer series. Like Dragon Ball Super is like, it's like on some season. I mean, they basically kind of done with it right now, but the manga, like they actually did a manga for it and it's still ongoing. And it's just like, you can tell the difference between when you're watching the movie and when you're watching the anime, and when you're watching the TV anime, because like the movie's animation is like ridiculous, bro. Like I would go and see a Dragon Ball Super movie just because the animation is nice, because it's animated. You want the animation to be nice.
It's high quality.
Yeah, and the thing is that the Demon Slayer movie animation wasn't bad. No. It's just that it looked like I was watching an episode of Demon Slayer. I just expected a little bit more on the animation front.
I don't know. I didn't have that expectation because I already knew that the art style and everything's super pretty, and I feel like it was definitely still high quality. So
yeah, it was still high quality. I just expected them to go like all out and make it look like it was like an episode of One Punch Man or something.
I'm about to say if it would have looked any more different, if it would look like it was on a damn GeForce graphics card, I would have been surprised. I would have been like, oh, I wasn't not expecting this, but it did what it needed to do for me, at least in that department.
I think what I like about Demon Slayer though in general is that the 3D actually looks good, because a lot of times when anime tries to do like 3D, this shit looks terrible. And Demon Slayer does it pretty well, because it kind of do it for like far off like shots of like the characters just like walking and stuff. You can tell like it's 3D, but it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
And the part where the guy took over the train, like when he was like the full train, like that 3D didn't look bad.
Nothing in the art department and animation department for that movie stood out as bad for me at all. It didn't take me out of immersion.
Yeah.
I really don't feel like anything took me out of immersion from.
Yeah, like I said, it was a very solidly made.
I give it a strong 8.
Yeah, it's a solidly made film. It's a good film. Like I said, it's just that when I see some people saying like, "Oh, this is like one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life," I'm just like, bro, you don't watch a lot of movies, then.
And you should have been watching a lot of movies since you've been stuck in the house.
Go watch Uncut Gems. You'll definitely see what a good movie is now. Well, a better movie, a movie that should have gotten an Oscar, to be honest with you. Didn't get anything. It was insane. I think they want to give Adam Sandler an Oscar.
I don't think they like Adam Sandler like that though.
I mean, I don't blame people for not liking him, but he definitely deserved an Oscar. Because I mean, he kind of made like this whole image of himself in Hollywood where he's just like, I'm the guy who could do shit, but I'm too lazy. It's like, that's cool. You're not gonna get anything out of it when you actually try, because people are not gonna respect what you're doing. And I hate to say it, because he did a great job. He did a great job in Uncut Gems, but it is what it is. honestly, I'm keeping stack with you. I don't think a lot of his movies are good.
Junk food.
I don't even think they're junk food. I think they're just like, you see that on the ground. Oh, I think somebody should clean it up and then walk away.
I guess I have a little bit of biased opinion for his movies because they don't bother me. I see people watch, they be like, his movies are just god awful. I'm like, they're movies.
They're there.
Yeah, I'm like, they're not. They're way more competently made than Samurai Cop. That's my barometer.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm surprised how we've talked about this multiple times on the podcast, but I'm surprised how shocked you are how bad it was. I wouldn't have shown you that movie if I knew that would have fucked you up that bad.
I didn't know something could be that bad. Like, bro, I know there's bad movies out there, but like seeing that movie is, I'm like, oh, this is what a bad movie is.
Yeah,
I didn't know what a bad movie was until I saw that.
It's like an anime, so this is a power of a true bad movie.
And I feel like, which I know you've seen the movie and seen his other stuff too. So, but I feel like if other people watch Samurai Cop and then watch Adam Sandler shit, they have a whole new appreciation for his shit.
Well, I was gonna say, but as somebody who's seen a lot of Adam Sandler stuff, when his early stuff is good, but like Jack and Jill and like Pixels and stuff, I'm like, nah.
I like Pixels. Pixels was fun to me. I know that's a very outlier opinion. I know that.
Yeah.
I think even I feel like I went and saw Pixels with Kinky, and I think they were like, "Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand the hate." It was a fun movie.
I got you. Y'all went dang, how long y'all been dating? Because Pixels came out in like 2016, 2017, I think.
I don't know. That's why I'm like, I don't know if that's who I saw it with or not. But I'm about to say, regardless, it's still.
Yeah, I was gonna say
opinion.
The only thing that matters is that y'all watched it, y'all enjoyed it.
I don't know. I feel like that's one of those hate mob things. Like, okay, it became popular to hate his movies, and then now it's like, no matter what he does, except Uncut Gems, people couldn't deny that movie.
Yeah, no, you can't deny Uncut Gems, bro. Uncut Gems was so good. Uncut Gems made you feel like you were just like in like, how long was it? I think that movie was like around like 2 hours. I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that movie felt like it was just 2 hours of just constant dread. It was just like shit just kept on hanging. He was like, come on, Arnold. I got the money, Arnold.
So, and I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things like, well, he doesn't try because he just sits there and makes stupid movies with his friends. Who wouldn't want to do that? He pays for it himself. And whatever he makes off, and you know he making bank, stupid or not.
Oh yeah, dude, he's got to be like damn near a billionaire now.
Yeah, so it's like, I just want to make dopey movies with friends. If y'all like it, cool. If y'all don't, but as you see, he can produce something great. He's like, I don't
think he did any. I don't think he had any hand in it. He was just an actor. So when he's like acting, like when he's just an actor and he doesn't touch anything, I think the movies he's actually in are really good. Because I heard that Punch Drunk Love, that was like another serious movie he had done. He was great in that. And he did another one called, I think, Funny People. It was like with Seth Rogen and like a bunch of comedians, and it was another kind of like dramedy, like comedy like that. And that people like that one. See, the difference between bad movies like, you know, Samurai Cop, House of the Dead, and like, you know, TC 2000, all the bad movies that we watch, is that those don't set out to be funny, and that's what makes them funny. Like, they tried to do something, but they failed so bad at it that's funny. But you see, with the Adam Sandler movies, is that they're trying to be funny, and then I watch these, I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, I don't laugh at them personally.
I would have to go back and rewatch certain things, but I go back and watch. Well, you said the earlier stuff for good.
Yeah, I still think it's to this day, like his earlier stuff, like Wedding Singer. Waterboy's kind of a guilty pleasure.
I'm about to say I like Waterboy.
Yeah, Waterboy's a bit of a guilty pleasure. It's not like a super good movie, but it's got some points in it. He's like, yeah, this is nice.
What is that? Longest Yard? 2 with him in it.
Yeah, Longest Yard. Yeah, I think that was a remake of like a '70s movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one that got Stone Cold in it. I think Stone Cold called somebody a nigga. Here's what Stone Cold gotta say. Stone Cold thinks you're a nigga.
I feel like I like Longest Yard. That movie can be on and I won't change the channel. Was the one where he golfed in.
Oh, Happy Madison. Happy Madison's a classic.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, that's definitely one of the ones that people go to and go like, oh yeah, that's one of those good ones. No, Happy Gilmore. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Happy Gilmore, but
Happy Gilmore. It's called Happy Madison because I think Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore were like his first 2 big movies, so he decided to call his production company that. I loved Billy Madison. I still think Billy Madison to this day is just like a really like weird premise for a movie, but it's still funny. Like I enjoyed Billy Madison a lot when I was a kid. I thought Eight Crazy Nights, the animated movie he did, I liked that one. It was a Hanukkah movie.
Okay.
I thought Eight Crazy Nights was good for what it was. Going back, hasn't aged well, but it's still funny and the animation's nice and it's got a good art style to it.
For me, I feel like most of the stuff that he does put out that is just him being true to who he is it's okay, because it's not like he's trying to be something else. Because at least if he was trying to if he was attempting to be Hollywood greatest movie thing ever and failing at it, then I'd be like, all right.
No, you gotta stop, boss.
It's like, you clearly don't know where your talent's at, but just to be like a niche little market of, I just did this with my buddies.
Yeah, we're just dicking around.
Yeah, I feel like they're okay movies.
I got you. See, I respect that. I respect that because at the end of the day, I ain't making money off it. You know what I mean?
And he is, no matter how people shit on him, he's still making good money off of these movies.
Like, his stuff sells pretty well. But yeah, man, when I watched Jack and Jill, I was like, that was a tipping point for me. That was such a bad movie. I was like, yo.
I feel like I definitely know that name. I don't know if I've
it's the one where he pretends to he pulls like an Eddie Murphy where he's like playing more than one character. He's playing a sister and like a brother who are twins.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm not gonna sit here and say like none of his movies are bad. I'm pretty sure there's definitely bad ones. So if you do this long enough, you're gonna make some bad ones. But people will be like, everything he touched is trash, and I'm like, all right. I
want to go and he's got one called Going Overboard, and like it has like the funniest cover because it's like Photoshop. It's just like, and this is like he was like super young. This had to be like his first movie, like probably like early 90s, maybe late 80s. And like it's just like people are jumping over, and like he's just in like water wings and like swimming trunks. And he's just like doing this. Like it's just it looks so bad that it's funny. Like the cover of it. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm probably gonna pop it up on at the bottom. Okay. But I haven't seen that movie, but just like the cover just makes me laugh every time I see it.
I'll be down. I like I said, to not have any expectations, which is a lot how I go into a lot of things now.
I've learned to do that because when you do that, you can enjoy stuff much more.
Yeah, I want to literally enjoy things, especially if I spend my money on it.
Oh, fucking right, yeah.
But I'm not gonna be blind. I'm not gonna be like a yes man to the thing. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, this movie was great, blah blah blah, just because I spent money on it.
I think my problem, because I think I've shown that I'm better than this now, but I don't hate everything. But for a little while, I'll be like, yeah, that's not very good. I still think like that to a point. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm just a critical person. Like I just analyze stuff. Like some people, they just look at something, like, oh, that's cool. But I like to look into things sometimes and see why they're cool. Yeah. And like or I look into things and be like, this is a good movie, but just like some of the technical aspects, and I'll say it for myself. Because I know people, when they're watching a movie, they want people talking about the technical aspects. Like, nigga, shut up, do flying, be quiet.
But I feel like you have to, because if you're gonna say the movie's bad, then or a movie or somebody's piece of art is bad, you at least need to.
Oh no, yeah. No, when that's happening, when you can tell, like when you're with a group of friends and people are enjoying it, don't be an asshole and just start like, oh man, this fucking sucks, blah blah. People don't enjoy that. Because I had to learn that the hard way. Because when I was younger, I used to do shit like that. Because I thought I was being so cool. And it's like, nah, man, you're not being cool. You're just being an asshole. Like, let people fucking enjoy the movie if they're enjoying it.
You don't have to wake them up because they're asleep.
Yeah.
It's just some shitty piece of
Open your what?
entertainment.
Open your what?
Third Eye by King. But I feel like Steven Seagal movies and Adam Sandler movies are kind of in that same vein. There's bad ones, but sometimes they're just
No, Steven Seagal.
nah. I was just about to say sometimes some of them are just fun to watch.
Oh yeah, but Steven Seagal ones are fun to watch because they are bad. Like some people going into Adam Sandler movies and think, oh, this is actually like a very good movie. Steven Seagal ones, no.
Even some of his I won't say early.
No, his early ones ass.
Maybe the ones in the mid when he had a name. You don't think some of those were just fun?
No, they're just bad. They're just bad action movies, and that's why they're fun. That's what I mean. But like they're fun because they're so bad on a technical aspect.
I don't know. Back then I didn't know no better. They were fun to me.
But Donut Beard, fucking Steven Seagal is the worst, bro. When you look at this shit, you can tell he's just sitting in a chair. He's trying, and the dude from that podcast, I think Cumtown. That's the weirdest name for a podcast. But the dude from that podcast, Cumtown, he was like, man, he talks like a fucking old slave. Hey, what you doing now, player? If I was Steve Seagal, I would legit tell him, you fucking suck, bro. Like,
I definitely feel like the later ones are definitely trash. But
man,
still,
the ones that are like on like the ones that are made by like Chinese, like the Chinese directors and like Chinese companies, those film companies, bro, them things are fucking garbage. Those things are so bad. Like on a technical level, on an acting level, on a choreographing level, like these things are bad, bro.
They still doing better than Samurai Cop.
I don't know. I don't think they are.
At least that one that you showed us, it was.
Yeah, to a point, but there were like some shots where it was like, ooh, like that part where he like backed up and like a dummy fell out. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I had to reverse it because I was like, there's no fucking way they did that. Well, you see people love, Steven Seagal and like crack jokes, but they don't want to talk about my man, Action Jackson. Action Jackson is godlike. I will say this, I will die. I'll be in my grave dying. Somehow I'll still be alive in my grave.
That's scary. That is so fucking scary.
I'll be banging on my coffin. Action Jackson. Boom, boom, boom.
That would be terrifying if you were in the
You'll be like, oh, he was a good soul. You say, boom, boom, boom. Action Jackson. But no. Action Jackson is just a dumb, fun movie. But what makes it great is it's cool seeing a black actor, especially a black actor from New Orleans, being like, this macho tough guy who's just like fucking wrecking everybody's shit. It's fun to see. So that's why I like Action Jackson.
I'm not sure about seeing Action Jackson.
Action Jackson, like I said, it's a serviceable action movie. It's just fun seeing a black man be the main character instead of just being like the sidekick who's like, damn it, Jackson, you're always going, you're loose cannon. Give me your badge. That's the chief.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this movie.
I'll tell you one thing, man. Vanity, old girl who plays his co-star. Woo.
Yeah, I was just looking at it from the
I was gonna say, I was gonna say she bottom heavy. Because rest in peace though, she passed sadly. But in that movie,
yeah,
I don't mean to speak it on a dead woman, but because it was just like this. It's just like okay, and then as soon as it gets to her hips, whoa, I was like, God damn! I was in my seat like this. I was like.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. Every time you bring this up, I think of the famous Jet Jackson. I'm like, I know that's not what he's talking about.
Nah, that's Disney.
Yeah, I know. That's all. Like, that's not what he's talking about at all.
I still say one of the best lines in history comes from Action Jackson. I know I've repeated it. You probably remember it. You might, but it's that part where he's being. Oh, by the way, the main villain's played by the dude who plays Mr. Incredible, but he's he was being tortured, and like Vanity's bodyguard, I forget his name. He like helps him he like frees him, and one of the dudes had like a grenade launcher. He punches out and like kicks him away, picks up the grenade launcher, and says, "Hey, how do you like your ribs?" And he blows him up. I was like, "Yes!" That shit is godlike.
Like
got to like. GOTLIK. Got like.
We went from this whole tangent from talking about the Demon Slayer movie.
Hey man, that's a Lazy and Kosi podcast, baby.
Yep.
It is what it is.
But the Demon Slayer movie gets 2 thumbs up for me.
Yeah, it's definitely a 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Same here.
I even that movie, I don't think I won't change the channel, but I probably won't seek to go watch it again.
Yeah.
It once was good enough for me.
Yeah, I think honestly, if I had seen, I shouldn't say how we saw it, but fuck it. If we had seen it in theaters, I don't give a shit. If we had seen it in theaters, I think I probably would have been like, I probably could have waited for a home release. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I was trying to go and pay $5 and not a whole 15.
Because yeah, seriously, I would have been like, it was good, but I don't think it was like go out here and buy all these snicky snacks and spend $15 on a ticket.
I liked it the way we saw it.
Yeah,
and we had some
some chicken.
Yeah, we had some fried 2-piece and some rice and, and some mac and cheese.
Yep. Some dirty rice.
Uh-huh.
By the way, dirty rice is a Louisiana plate. It's a Louisiana cuisine plate. It's not actual dirty rice.
It's usually called rice dressing for and
oh really? I didn't know.
yeah.
I've always called it dirty rice.
And for and
Louisianians.
Yeah. I even think if you like go to the store and buy a Cajun box, I think it does say dirty rice on it too. But yeah, I think I saw somebody else say I think I'm preferring to watch these new releases at home, and I think I'm down with it too, especially if I get a bigger TV.
Oh, the TV guy right there is great.
Oh yeah, but if I get a bigger TV, I get a bigger 4K TV, and then have the
it's over for you niggas.
I'm about saying I can make the kettle corn popcorn I make on the stove, and make my own nachos, and then we could pause whenever we need to pause or whatever, and go to the bathroom.
I don't know. It's just something fun about going to, just going to a movie sometimes. This is fun.
Yeah.
It's like a cool little date night. If, you got like a boo thing with you. You can be grabbing up on each other, nobody watching. Some ideas, that's a show for them too.
Yeah. But if you also had date night at home with a movie night, you're very close to the area where you could clap your cheeks. It could actually just be in the same place where you watch it.
Yeah, it depends on who's there, and then sometimes it doesn't depend on who's there.
Yeah.
Some people just like that. But the thing is, it's the thrill of doing it in public. Nah, I'm joking.
It's a little too steep for my blood.
I'm about to say I'm extra horny this episode talking about cartoon characters and vanity. Rest in peace. And
especially me now at my house, that means I can make me kettle corn and a snowball.
True.
And watch a movie. I can't get that shit at the movie theater.
True. All right. I think the last movie. What was the last movie I went to go see in theaters? I think it might have been Godzilla King of Monsters, and that was like in 2019. I was still working. I was still working at like FedEx at the time.
That's a lot. Not that. That's not that bad.
It was like 2 years ago. Yeah. But I personally liked King of the Monsters when I see it. All my coworkers like, yeah, it's okay. I didn't really like it. No. The last movie I went to go see was Mystery Island. I think that's what it was called. It was like a remake of like an old like 60s 70s TV show, and I liked it. It had like terrible reviews, but I was like, it was fine. Like,
it's one of those things. It's probably one of those things like you came in with no expectations and was able to enjoy it.
I came through. I was hanging out with my homie Triana. We went to go see it, and we were both like, yeah, it was fine. And I was like looking at reviews, and people were like, yeah, this is really great. And I was like, it told a solid story. It had like good like twist and everything. But I think that might have been the last movie I saw in theaters before everything, got all shut down.
I could forgive a lot of things when I only have to pay $5.
I think we paid full price for it because we had gone like sometime in before afternoon.
Yeah, I figured you did. I'm just saying.
Sometime in the afternoon. Yeah.
I'm just saying for me personally, I can forgive a lot of things, but it just cost me $5 for free.
Yeah, what the $5 Tuesdays, right? Yeah, $5 Tuesdays.
And then the MK movie didn't cost me anything because I was at my dad's house and he has HBO Max.
Oh shit! I was gonna say shit. I have HBO. I let you borrow my HBO Max.
Yeah, but
So it's a done deal.
Yeah, we were either way to go. I was gonna see it for free.
Yeah.
And then
I still want to see Wonder Woman 84 because as bad as people said that was, I want to see because I heard that the person who wrote the Mortal Kombat movie wrote Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, I think somebody said that. I don't know how true that is, but then I was kind of like, ooh. Because I was gonna say if that's how they write.
And we were lucky enough to, even though we were going to give our money to go see the Demon Slayer movie, but we were lucky enough to be able to see that movie on somebody else's dime.
Yep.
So I have no strong critiques.
I still think it's funny that it leaked on PSN.
Yeah,
that was 100%. Yeah. That Demon Slayer movie leaking on PSN was 100% on purpose. It was some intern who was probably getting fucking, nickel and dimed by Sony, and he was like, man, fuck y'all. They hit up a couple of their friends. They're probably up in I think the headquarters is in Santa Monica. Like it's like either
California place.
Yeah, it's either like San Francisco or Santa Monica is where the PlayStation, like the actual like Sony PlayStation Network thing or whatever is. And they're like, hey man, look, I'm about to leak this thing. Y'all hurry up and get y'all capture cards. Hurry up and buy it and copy it.
It'd be funny if somebody just mistakenly pressed the wrong button or just glitched. That's just what it was.
It was funny too because Wario64 was like, hey, it's up.
This man knows everything.
Yeah, he gets paid to do it. Can we talk about like how like these deal pages are really like going out of their way to like find shit for people, and these people go like, this shit sucks. Where's the PS5? Well, it was gone. It was gone as soon as I clicked it. That's not their fault.
Yeah,
like
it's a very sought after thing.
Yeah,
of course.
Like this is a one page called GYX Deals that I follow.
Yeah,
and they're always like constantly posting up stuff for like gaming and all that, like capture and like graphics cards. And like obviously they're going out of sale a lot because all these miners and like bots are buying them, and they were just like people as soon as I clicked it was gone. What's the point of even making these? What's the point of even posting these up? But I mean,
people get through. That's why.
I was gonna say, you know how much of a fucking man-child you sound like when you say that.
When somebody's offering you a free service,
right? Like they get some type of compensation for it, but you don't have to pay for anything that they do.
Yeah,
it's like, what's wrong with y'all, bro?
And it really depends. I feel like it depends on how committed you are to getting what you want, because I was able to get 5 new consoles.
I was close to like actually buying a PS5, and then I was like, it's not worth it. I literally have no interest in buying one. It was one of those things where I just wanted it just because everybody else had one.
Got caught in the hype.
Yeah, and I was just like, nah, I don't need this. I really just want a graphics card and just sell my old one for like more than what I sold.
Yeah, I got caught in tradition. That's why I ended up with the PlayStation for me. But then I got the Xboxes to do a raffle for the Twitch, and then I got an extra PS5 just because I could, because I was like, well, let me see if I can get it, and I got it. So it's like, you're not gonna get it unless you're gonna be fully committed to get whatever the hell you want. You're usually gonna have to move heaven and earth and treat this like a job, because it's about to be a job. It took me like 40-50 hours to get these damn consoles.
Jesus.
So it's possible. How bad do you want it though?
True. Oh man,
it's not the end all be all anyway. I still have much fun with my PS4. I've been playing my PlayStation 4 more than anything.
Yeah. I was gonna say the few times you still stream, it's normally on your PS4.
Yeah, it's slower. That's one major thing that it makes me want to use my PS5 over my PS4. Is downloading things. It's way faster because of the SSD.
Speaking of gaming and streaming, I've been streaming Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I still need to catch one of those streams so I can see what the game's all about.
It's this is my first Final Fantasy. I don't play a lot of JRPGs, and honestly, it's great. It's a very good game. Like characters are like very well written.
Mm-hmm.
The story is like it's good. Like the world is just beautiful. It's like I don't have any problems with this game. Like I'm literally playing. I can't complain about anything major. Like I don't like the way the UI is sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the map. I think the way the map is like implemented kind of sucks. But that's about it. Like
So you actually look forward to playing, like,
yeah, if I'm satisfied with it, if I'm satisfied with how it ends, then yeah, I'll get part two. Like I'll get remake part two. And see, I'm really enjoying it, and I think it's like it's good, but I still can't say that it's one of the best games I've ever played. Even though I've been sinking like hours into it. Like I don't know, it's just something tells you it's just like it just doesn't hit that spark for me where it's just like okay, this is one of the best games I've ever played. But
do you feel like it? I don't know. I was about to say, do you feel like that's tough to do now since we feel like at our age and the era we grew up, I feel like it's difficult to hit that itch because I feel like we've played almost everything.
Yeah, it's difficult to hit that edge for me because I'm really picky about the shit that I like. Like the games I consider the best games I've ever played are like Sekiro, Doom Eternal. If we're talking about like newer games, Tekken 7 I think is one of the greatest games I've ever played because it's just such a solidly made fighting game. Stuff like Metal Gear Solid 3, stuff like that. God Hand. It's it's just like I said, I'm just picky. Like it's just I have to be like so absorbed into like that game that it's like the only thing I give a shit about. And like I'm playing games on the side compared to Final Fantasy 7. When I was playing Tekken like consistently, that's the only thing I was playing. I was playing Tekken. I was playing Sekiro consistently. It's the only thing I was playing. I pre-ordered Doom Eternal a day before it came out. And by the end of the year, I had beaten it almost like 3 times because I was so obsessed with that game. Like the game is definitely blowing. Final Fantasy 7 remake is definitely blowing me away. And like I said, I really enjoy it. It's a really good game. I have no problems about it, but it's just it hasn't gotten to that point where I can be like, this is one of the best games I've ever played.
I feel like it sucks that we grew up when we grew up because I feel like I feel like nothing really blows you away anymore. At least for me.
Nah, I enjoyed the games from the era we grew up in. Like late like PlayStation, like late PlayStation like PS2.
But that was exciting then. Like now.
Well, it's because we were kids. That's it. It's because we were kids. I can definitely tell you there's kids who are our age when that came out who were looking at PS4 and PS5 and be like, nothing's ever gonna beat this. It's all about nostalgia. And like I'm not trying to deny and say like there weren't good games from that era. Like PS2 and the Xbox and GameCube had like amazing fucking games. That was like a great era in gaming.
And don't mistake, that's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm saying like I feel like we kind of grew up in the golden age, and I'm not saying new stuff is not good, but nothing's new no more.
It depends on what you're looking at, because like the indie space, there's definitely like some stuff that'd be like, okay, this shit is new.
Yeah, but
like there's nothing like Ultra Kill.
Yeah.
Like, by the way, play Ultra Kill. There's nothing like Ultra
But
Kill.
even with still like games like that, which I guess that's probably the issue. When we grew up, they were mid. We had AAA, we had indie, and we had the mid tiers. The mid tier is gone, and we even get.
This is some AA. Like this, like AA gaming. The problem with AA gaming is like a lot of the shitty games come from AA gaming. I'm just being honest. From AA developers, like you get like a lot of mediocre titles like Sniper Ghost Warrior, and like fucking whatever High Voltage Software makes, which is funny because High Voltage Software actually has a location here in New Orleans. Well, here in the state in New Orleans. But like I consider those guys like AA like developers, like the people who have like they've been in business for a while, but they don't really make like super big budget titles. But they're too well off to be indie. You know what I mean?
Well, like I can't play racing games no more because it's not new. feel like I've done it.
Well, with me, I've never been into racing games, so I'm lucky on that front.
And I feel like even now, because we grew up in the dub edition, and so you could customize all the cars and stuff.
I got you.
So it's like that was new and fresh. Now it's like
that's how some people are with character action games, like your Devil May Cry's and Bayonettas. Like there's some people like the character action genre peaked at Devil May Cry 3.
Yeah,
I personally don't think that. I think the motherfucker peaked with Bayonetta, but
well, because a lot of people consider that, and I think including you better than Devil May Cry, right?
It depends on what you started out with. Like I started with Bayonetta, and I think the defensive options of Bayonetta are just better, and the camera is much better because it's not like a fixed angle like the early Devil May Cry games were. Devil May Cry 5 is great though. That's a very good game. I'm so happy that Capcom's going through like this new resurgence of just like hitting banger after banger after banger after. Yeah, it's just like seriously just banger after banger after banger. Like people are talking about like Monster Hunter Rise. I think that's what the new one's called. And that game is on Switch. And that bitch looks ridiculous. that bitch looks ridiculous. That bitch look ridiculous. Like that shit looks amazing for the Switch. Like it's scary like how good the RE engine is. Because I guess they were like they saw a PT. They're like, yo, we need to make that shit. We need to make our engine like that. We need to make it the Fox engine because god damn. Like, but I was telling people, bro, imagine a fucking Marvel versus Capcom in the RE engine. That would have been ridiculous. But speaking of that, there's a rumor that NRS is going to be making a Marvel game. And I was just like, nah. As soon as I heard that, I was like, don't do that.
I would prefer it.
I wouldn't.
That's because you don't fuck with they style of fight games.
No, I like Mortal Kombat. I don't like 11, but I like 9 and 10. I thought those were fun games. I just think like I don't know. Like if it's not Marvel vs. Capcom, I personally don't want it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't fuck with that type of mechanics for the Marvel. That's exactly what I said.
But if it ends up happening, I hope they are good.
Yeah, I want it to happen because I am generally a NetherRealm Studios gamer.
Yeah.
I don't the 2D assist fighter genre is not my preference. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's not my as a fighting game fan. That's at the bottom of my list for fighting games.
I got you. Yeah, I'm not too big on team fighters outside of like Marvel and like Skullgirls. And like I played Marvel 3, but I didn't play it to where I was like I want to get good at it. I was just fun just doing dumb shit.
Yeah, it would be the same thing with me. Like if you brought it over and say let's play this, I'm down to play it with you. I would buy it to play with friends, but it's I don't think it's ever gonna be a game style that I'm gonna be like, okay, I want to be the best at this.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I want to be really, really competent at it. It's like I really have fun with Smash, but I'm not about to.
I'm exactly the same way with Smash Brothers. Like I don't feel like getting good at this.
Yeah,
shit.
I don't care enough. But
yeah, when I had a friend of the FGC, when I actually sat him down, I was like, teach me how to play this, and like he taught me a little bit. I said, don't teach me how to play this. And I was like, no. Just I absolutely hate the movement of competitive Smash. It's so clunky. It feels clunky to me.
I think so too, because when you jump and then like your character turned the other way, it's like, why did you turn that way? I don't understand.
And you know, it's funny. The Tekken community and like the Smash community actually interlink with each other because the wave dash mechanic, like that name came from Tekken. Yeah. And Brawl Pro was a Smash player turned Tekken player. He still plays like Melee, and obviously his name Brawl Pro. He played. I'm pretty sure he played Brawl as well. But yeah, no, it's just funny because like those are like the two. I feel like the two opposite ends of like the FGC, like the super like weird technical game and like this. Not saying that Smash isn't technical, like the super like the super.
Like that game's more technical than fucking Tekken sometimes.
But but people don't say, "Oh, Smash isn't a fighting game." I'm like, yes, it is, my brother. that game, man.
It can get deep.
Yeah, it's just like you just be sweating. It's like, god damn, man, I just want to do uppercut with Mario, bro.
But yeah, I haven't bought a Marvel game since Marvel 2. So, if you ask me if I prefer NetherRealm Studios get Marvel? No. Give it to like, I don't know,
I can see.
Guilty Gear people.
Yeah, I was gonna say Arxis. Everybody's always doing that. Like the safe bet is like give it to Arxis. That's what everybody does. Like seriously, like when there was a rumors of a JoJo game being made by Arxis, I was like, I don't play Arxis fighters, but I don't know. That does sound pretty good.
Yeah, I'm like, give it to them and do not make it a team fighter, please.
Oh, they probably won't.
Yeah, if you can give it to them and not make it a team fighter, I'm in.
The only team fighter they've made, to my knowledge, and I'm probably wrong about this, is Fighter Z. Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah.
Or Fighters.
Yeah. Which people love that game, but I'm like, I'm not interested. Not at all.
Man, the way you got to jump cancel in that game, I was like...
Yeah. Give it to them.
The meta is crazy in that game, too. It's like as soon as like a character drops, it's like, hey man, this bitch busted. But it is posted by Bamco. So, you know, Bamco publishes Tekken and develops Tekken. So that should tell you that they, as soon as a new character comes out, boom, all the stuff.
And that honestly is the second people I would give it to. My list would probably go Arxis, Namco.
I wouldn't give it to Namco.
I would give it to Namco before NetherRealm Studios.
I personally would probably give it to NRS before Namco, because Namco's just gonna try and turn it into a shitty anime. Like,
oh no, never mind. Nah,
yeah.
see what you're talking about. I just had a flashback. No, fuck that.
He just Ninja Storm. He was like, oh.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you start talking, I was like, oh, they do make them pieces of shit games.
Yeah, they make
people love those games though.
Yeah.
But they don't ever go to the fact that like nobody's trying to play those games competitive.
Yeah, I mean, which like it's cool. I mean, it's cool that nobody's trying to play them competitively, but just at the core, arena fighters are just. If you play like more traditional fighting games, arena fighters are just boring.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, it's fine because do without will, if it makes you happy, but I don't want it. I'm not gonna buy it.
You know what pissed me the fuck off?
What?
When Bamco, because I like just call them that because of Bandai Namco, so I call them, a bunch of people call them Bamco. But when Bamco did JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle, and like it was a broken game, but it was like a cool like little like 2.5D fighter.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh yeah, they're making a new one." I was like, "Oh yeah, oh that's cool, right?" And then I saw it, and then it was like an arena fighter. Yeah. It was like an arena fighter that was like an alternate reality where they just like, what happened if Dio actually achieved heaven and became God? And I was just like,
nope, not buying this.
I was like, y'all really could have just like tightened up stuff about All-Star Battle and just make a really good like 2.5D JoJo fighting game.
Yeah, if you guys saw my nose twister up, that's because I was thinking about the same people that make Street Fighter making the Marvel game, and I don't want that either.
You mean the same? I don't think they use like different teams now for like their fighting games now, because like back in the day, because with Marvel vs. Capcom, that was a different team. Yeah. Like the team who did Street Fighter, the Street Fighter 3 series, they also did JoJo, the JoJo fighting game, which is a great game but broken as shit. That game's broken, like it is. Like it's what the Japanese call a kuso game. It means like a shit game. And I'm willing to admit it.
Is the Sailor Moon broken?
No, I don't think it's like Sailor Moon on the Super Nintendo broken. I forget what the specific name for that game is called. But like you can like pick like one character and basically win the game. It's a pet shop. It's like the little bird stand user from like part 3. You can just spam stuff. You can, because I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when they designed that character. Oh yeah, let's just give him like one button projectiles.
And that's why I'm scared. Like I want to put NRS at the bottom of the list of making the game because I like the games. But if it becomes Injustice 2, I'm like, fuck this. It's gonna be nothing but projectiles characters.
Shit, if Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite didn't come out the way it did, we probably would be getting another Marvel vs. Capcom. Cause people can defend that game to me. I played a little bit of it and I didn't enjoy it.
I feel like that game had mixed reviews, at least in my friend group. It did.
I think some people didn't want to admit that kind of a mediocre entry, kind of like with Street Fighter Cross Tekken. But we're not gonna talk about that game.
Let's please not.
There's so many people go like, it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. People always trying to tell me, and then I'm doing my thing, just playing some Skullgirls. Hey, isn't that a dead game? Bitch, you play Marvel Infinite. Well, fuck you mean? My shit's still getting DLC. The game that I used to play, I don't play anymore. Sadly, I need to get back on it. But the game I used to play is still getting DLC.
They can have the game too. The people that make Skullgirls.
Sadly, that team is kind of broken up. They made a new team called thing called Future Club.
Yeah, give it to them.
Yeah, give it to Future Club.
Yeah, but
I think if Future Club got the rights to like do a Marvel game, they'd probably let themselves. Because they would make that bitch Marvel too, like a motherfucker. Because Skullgirls is kind of Marvel 2-ish.
I just don't want it to be a team fighter. That's all. I know I feel like it has to be a team fighter because the cast is so big. But I just don't want it to be a team fighter.
Yeah. No, I got you. I'm looking forward to that new King of Fighters though. It's so funny because people are, like getting hyped for like the character reveals and like this is like these are all people that have been in like earlier games.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. But I was like that when they introduced Armor King to Tekken 7. I was like, oh shit, they brought back Armor King? Because I was like, I feel like they're gonna bring back Armor King. I said Ganryu and Zafina, and I was like right on all three. I was like, holy shit, I was right. But
bet
like
some money.
But like for the last character, for Lydia, I thought literally the last character reveal, I was like, they're finally gonna fucking do it and do a virtual fighter character. They're finally gonna like cross over like the two series together. Because Tekken's actually a branch. It's branched off from Virtual Fighter because some of the people who worked on Virtual Fighter made Tekken.
I can see Lydia being in the Virtual Fighter universe.
Oh, I told people straight up, she looks like a Virtual Fighter character.
That's sad that game.
That series.
Yeah.
I was gonna say apparently you ain't gotta worry because apparently they're bringing Virtual Fighter 5 to the PS4. They could just do Virtual Fighter 6, but they're like, nah, you guys can just have this re-release for the 100th time.
Well, with that being said, it's like I'm probably not gonna buy it unless everybody says let's buy it. But it's just sad that it's one of those games that seemed to be kind of popular that just went by the wayside.
It was pretty popular. It's just like Tekken would just look cooler. That's what it was. That was literally it. Tekken just looked cooler and it was more accessible to play.
Yeah, it's two fighting games I want that if I had the money to put up to make it happen, I would make happen. And you should know one of them.
Oh yeah, PlayStation House Stars. This man, I'm gonna get you a shirt with the PlayStation House Stars logo. I'm just gonna get you that. But your birthday's like in April, right?
October.
I was close enough. Two completely different seasons. I was close enough.
Just make it say make a shirt says bring back PlayStation All Star.
I think I might actually do that as like a gag gift. Just bring back PlayStation All Stars.
Just wear it every time we do a podcast.
Bring back PlayStation All Stars, or I'll cry. I think my dream fighting game, if there was a series that I could bring back from the dead, I honestly don't know what, because everything that I like really, really want to play is like still
relevant.
Yeah. No, I got it. A Street Fighter game that plays like Third Strike. Another Street Fighter
2.5.
Yeah, another Street Fighter game that plays like Third Strike, so only a small dedicated group can play it. And I would be in that small dedicated
just make
group.
the new Marvel game Third Strike 2.
Fucking Spider-Man parry.
People would hate that.
Oh no, people would be pissed. Capcom nerds would be shitting themselves in anger.
The people would really be pissed. It'd just be the casuals. They can't play that game.
Casuals can definitely play Third Strike. It's just say if you play against somebody who knows how to play it, especially if they have like a top tier character like fucking Yun, Chun-Li, or Ken.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't care regardless, because if Street Fighter if Third Strike is as good as you say it is,
I enjoyed Third Strike. Third Strike is like the only Street Fighter game I'll actually pick up, but people call it the least Street Fighter. So That's why I was like, oh, so that's why it's fun.
Oh yeah,
Because
I
it's
was
a
about
little
to say that's
street
probably why I'll probably enjoy it.
fight. Bro, we are making so many hot takes about that, about fighting games. I'm happy. Our FGC friends are coming.
Like I have a preference. I play it all. If you ask me to play the game with you, I'll play the game with you. But I have a preference. Right now, my preference pisses me off, so I play Tekken. And nobody wants to. Sony doesn't have the balls enough to revise PlayStation All Stars, so I'm not getting that. And
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It would kind of be like burning money because, like, look, I understand it's probably a good game. I didn't play enough of it to give an opinion, but everybody already cast it out as like a Smash clone. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
but
I
that's why I said they don't have the balls to make another one, because it's just like them with the Vita 2. They didn't make a Vita 2. The people that have Vita love their Vitas. They fucked up the Vita by making these stupid
proprietary.
proprietary parts. So it's like y'all could have had a very competitive uh product to go against the Switch or whatever. But
I think at the time it'd probably be 3DS. I'm kind of
yeah,
happy they got rid of like that whole DS thing because at first it was like, oh, this is cool, and then they were like 3DS Lite. That was 3DS Lite was probably the best like
and
regular DS that they made.
and I was working at GameStop at the time. These people were buying this shit. Every little iteration of the DS, people was buying them.
Even if they didn't even need to upgrade, they'd be like, oh, can I get the 3DX XL new? It's like,
I'm gonna trade in my old thing for that. Just they were giving it the iPhone treatment.
yeah.
But I already I already know where you're going with the PlayStation All Star thing. But it's like, regardless for how much money they would have put at it, they still would have made a profit.
True.
And all they would have had to do is, like, Smash clone, just make a better game.
Pretty much.
Just make another one. Take the feedback that you know you've gotten from the first game and put it into the second game. And your dedicated fans, because they definitely still had people playing online, no matter how many people were saying it's just a Smash clone and it's not that good, it had a dedicated fan base. I'm one of them.
It was funny too because I saw somebody streaming some Brawlhalla and they were like, "Oh, I'm playing not Smash Brothers today." I was like, "Don't do Brawlhalla like that. Brawlhalla is a good game. It's a fun good game."
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about the situation. It's like nobody shitting on. I feel like nobody's shitting on Brawlhalla because it's an indie team.
That could be it. I actually met the guy who I think I just like
because he
talked
gave
about
you a shirt.
Yeah, he was like, I don't have an XO shirt. I don't have two XO shirts, but I have two XO shirts. And like I still have my shirts. I still have like the little cards he gave me too.
Mm.
Yeah, he was at he was at Slam the last time Slam was here in Baton Rouge. Slam is a video game tournament. It's a fighting game tournament we have here in Louisiana. It's like a big major. It's fairly new, so they're trying to like make it bigger, but it's like a big event for fighting games here in Louisiana. But it was crazy. Like they had like the guy who plays Yoshi Island, Trihex. You know, he's like a pretty popular streamer. He's from Louisiana. I didn't know that until like he was here. I was like, oh shit, is that Trihex? But yeah, he was there. Like I said, the dude who created Brawlhalla was there. Like I was playing it. I was like, this is a cool game.
I like it, but it's one of those. I feel like it's one of those things. We let that slide because it's an indie developer, and we want to like the indie developer, and it was free, and it's free.
Yeah, it's free with a shitload of content.
Yeah, so Sony doing it, they look like a follower because they made something sort of similar.
Yeah, even
but
though
not
like,
even similar.
Mechanic wise, it doesn't really play the same.
It does not.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, y'all didn't play the game. Y'all were just shitting on the game for Sony doing something that they actually have enough legacy to do.
Yeah.
So like, get off their dick. But you already know.
Speak it to the camera, brother.
You know that game has like that's that fun sorry. My time with that game was really, really, really fun. It was me first moving out to college. It was just me and my cousin chilling, going to school, coming back, playing that online for endless hours, having endless amounts of fun. Even when the game was like broken and need patches, we still was able to have a lot of fun. And then
Whoa, bro, I'm playing as Dante from Devil May Cry.
I couldn't play with him. I was Nathan Drake all day.
Nathan Drake.
Hit people with barrels. But I don't know. I now me playing Smash, even though back then I could tell it was two different games, but I didn't play Smash back then. Me playing Smash now and me playing and have had played that game, they're two different games. But that's one I revitalize if I had the money, and Bloody Roar. That's also just a nostalgic game.
People seem to really like Bloody Roar. I usually always use crack jokes and say it's Tekken for furries.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I played it. I still don't think it's good. But I think
why is it bad?
I just didn't like it. Like honestly, I was just playing it at like MagFest. That year I went to MagFest, and I was just like, this controls like ass. But like I said, then maybe that was just a bad first impression I had.
Have you only played like the?
I think I played Bloody Roar too.
Okay. I played 1, 3, and I haven't played any of the PlayStation 2 era ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, wait, Bloody Roar 3 is in the PlayStation 2 era?
Bloody Roar 3 is PlayStation 1.
That's weird. I remember playing, yeah, but Bloody Roar is the one with the furries, right?
Technically, yes.
Okay, yeah. The one I played was on PS2, and it was definitely a PS2 game. It looked way too...
They have like 3...
sophisticated. Yeah, it looked way too sophisticated to be a PS1 game in terms of its graphics. I think one game I would probably bring back is...
4 was on PlayStation 2, but 3...
Maybe I was playing Bloody Roar 3.
No, never mind. Bloody Roar 3 is on PlayStation 2 as well.
Okay.
Which one did I play? It can't be 1. I know I definitely played 1, but it might be 2.
I think one game I would like bring back. It's technically you can play it, but it's only at like one fucking arcade in all of the world.
It was 2.
Oh, okay. If there's one game if one fighting game I would bring back, because I saw like gameplay for it, would be Primal Rage 2.
I never got a chance to play that.
Primal Rage, for what it was kind of cool. And like Primal Rage 2, like it looked really good and promising, but something happened. Like there's this dude called Matt McMuscles, and he has a series called What Happened. Yeah. It's like for like stuff that's being like canceled or like big flops in the industry. And he did one on Primal Rage 2. And like I was just like watching, I was like, this shit actually looks really cool, because the guy who designed it was actually like a fighting game player. Yeah, he was like the head designer on it. And apparently he went for like years thinking that, oh man, it was probably just a shit game. And it wasn't just because of bad circumstances. So he sadly lived with that guilt in his mind. And apparently there's a spot up in Chicago that got a prototype cabinet. I don't know how the fuck they did that. They got a prototype cabinet of Bloody... I keep on saying Bloody Roar because we were talking about Bloody Roar. They got a prototype cabinet of Primal Rage 2. And that's like, to anybody's knowledge, that's the only place in the world you can play is that one Chicago... at one place in Chicago. And the game honestly looked cool, but you can like switch through like the dinosaurs and like play as like humans who are like linked to them. Yeah, it was like, it looked really cool. Like you can just like combo and like switch in between like the characters.
Yeah, I've seen the game. I just never played
it. Primal Rage 2.
I haven't played any Primal Rages.
Okay, yeah, because no, that was the thing about Primal Rage 2 is that you were able to play as humans and like switch back to like the character, switch back to like the original like monster characters. Well, yeah. I was looking at people like play it, and I was like, damn, like this looks like really good for what it is. But yeah, I think that's one thing I would give if I was ever able to give it a chance. But we're talking about like games in general. I mean, there's so many games I'd be like, this definitely needs a sequel.
Oh yeah, if I ever become stupid rich I buy people's IPs that they let die for cheap, I'd probably bring back a lot of games.
I'd be like, hope you can do it, because like IPs don't come cheap.
No, but even if it sells, like if you don't spend too much money, I assume, and it does okay, you make the money back.
I think IP I would like to bring back is well, Beyond Good and Evil, because we don't know what the fuck's happening with that sequel. That sequel was they announced it like 2017, 2016 E3. And like that was like the second time they announced that they're working on it again. And the next thing you know, Ubisoft's like, no, hi, like hello. But I think another one would be Condemned.
I always looked at the game. I think I played the demo. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be into this, but I do remember us talking about that game.
I played the first one again because I loved it. Huh?
We're going on time.
About an hour 40. So yeah, and then I gotta cut out like good like 10-20 minutes of stuff. But I played that game recently because I didn't know they had like a PC port for like the longest, but I played it on 360 when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I fucking loved that game. That was like one of the best like launch titles I've ever played. And like playing it now, I was like, it didn't age well, but it was still a cool little game. Condemned 2, they felt like they were trying to do too much with it. And I felt like it was trying to be more of like a first person shooter. And I was like, I didn't like the direction it was trying to go in. But
makes me think of Fear. I
wouldn't. Done by the same people.
Okay, I wouldn't reboot the series, but I definitely would mind playing them over again. I almost bought them.
Wait, I'm pretty sure Monolith, right? Monolith.
It's crazy if they are the same people, because I might need to go back and play Condemned. I might actually like it.
But I was gonna say you can definitely play it on that PC over there. You can probably play it on this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to say they're both made by Monolith.
Me familiar is waiting on me, so we have to break it down.
Okay. But wait. Vietnam Criminal Origins, Monolith Productions, Monolith. I don't know why they have two different names, but and then Fear. Let's see.
I'll probably revitalize Def Jam too. Def Jam.
People been wanting Def Jam revitalized, bro. It's ridiculous. Like they really should like revitalize this.
It's probably just so complicated with getting everybody royalties and stuff, though.
Yeah. Let's see. Video games.
But honestly, you don't even have to make another like actual Def Jam. Somebody could.
Yeah, they made Fear also. They made Fear and Condemned in the same year.
But yeah, you don't have to actually reboot Def Jam. Somebody could literally just make a clone of the game with like cool characters, and it'd be fine.
This is indie fighting game that's coming out. It's got like a mostly black cast, and it looks really cool. Like the animation is very nice and stuff. And it was like somebody on Twitter was like, "Wow, you only have black people in this game." So I said, "No, I've only shown the black characters, but no, there's more than just that. Like, stop trying to act like I'm racist just because it's black people on the screen. People are weird, bro."
And even if it was, granted, I am a person of color, I think that's a dope idea.
Yeah.
To have a full cast of.
I mean, they always think we like to fight. We might as well just prove them right. Right? I mean, they think we just like to fight each other all the time.
Yeah. So I don't know. I probably would actually put money towards a Patreon.
Indiegogo, like a Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least if it's look like they doing something worth funding.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not just gonna be like, oh, you black, so here. Now you making it look like you making shit. I'm like, nah, I'll support this. Because if you're doing something that look like you're not even if it's gonna put a bad stain on the black community, I'm like. But if you're making like something legit of substance, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. Let me find my character.
Well, all right, y'all. We gotta go.
I have to cook for my family.
I have to go cry. Nah, I'm just joking.
Why must I cry?
Why must I cry? Why? Tell me why.
Got it straight.
That Ray Dog, I haven't heard that name in forever. That dude's a fucking weirdo, man. He's one of those people from like a foreign country, and they think the American dream is apple pie, baseball, Donald Trump is king. And I was like, nah, bro.
He was king. He's been dethroned.
By somebody almost as bad.
Arguably.
Yeah.
But bye.
All right, bye y'all.